And we're about to just do an energy check. Okay, I've been sitting here for almost an hour and just trying to get into the proper energy. I do have like a channeled message, but I think I'm going to save that for a different video because, no, like something's going on in the energy. I just feel this energy of like something was trying to stop me. Something was trying to distract me. Something was trying to make me feel uncomfortable. So I'm like, you know what? The devil is a lie. We just gonna turn on this video and we gonna just see what comes out in this energy and see what's really going on, okay? And so I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope this message reaches the heads and the hearts that it needs to, okay? All praises to the Most High Power. We are grateful. Current energy check. Current energy check. All praises to the Most High Power. We are grateful. See, you see this stuck energy though, but it's clearing. It's like lessening. You know, people, we have to keep clearing, keep pushing. Also, like, very much keep moving, okay? They can't aim at you if you're like always on the go. And I'm not just talking about like moving around. I'm talking about like keep moving, pushing forward in whatever it is that you have to do, okay? And keep clearing your energy. Even if you're feeling tired, that is okay, yeah, be aware of your family. Motherfuckers are mad, okay? So people who are close to you, maybe noticing you're changing, or you have changed, or you've walked away, or whatever. But there is this energy of like a broken family, and some people being on one side and others being on the other side, okay? So I do feel like, yes, there's absolutely envious energy around you. And they may be projecting whatever they're going on into your life. So like I said, keep that vibration high. Make sure you're eating fruits. Make sure you're getting exercise. Make sure you're getting sun. Okay, make sure you're drinking your water. Coconut water, I recommend. Side note, with all these deportations, you know who I ain't seen on the side of the road? Is the watermelon people. Okay? So anyways, we need some watermelon, but we need the real watermelons. Okay? Side note. You know, they tried to make it seem like they made fun of us, black people, for like eating watermelons. Watermelon is like a superfood. I bet you they knew that and didn't want us having that watermelon. Yeah. Family history. Generation after generation, we are breaking curses, okay? Maybe that's what this shattered energy is that like a curse has been broken. But not everybody gets to go through the portal, because if you're not willing to do the work to make that shift, to align with a higher timeline, then you can't come. And being is that the veil is so thin, it's like, don't get sucked back in. Don't get sucked back into it. Okay, yeah, so sobriety is essential at this time. Oh my God. Sobriety. Look, this is a cannabis oracle deck, but they still got the sobriety card in here, okay? Keep your mind clear. And I also feel like it's clearing your energy, saging your home, cleaning your home, bathtubs, bathrooms, vacuum. I got a little puppy bro. She tears things, right? Like, it doesn't matter how many times I vacuum again, okay? Yeah, so I'm so glad I did this. I think I did something weird. Wizard and transformation, like, okay, so there's magic in the air. So make sure that you're staying at a high vibration and keeping your mind clear and focused on what it is that you desire. Doing this reading is really helping me to clear out my own energy or whatever was going on. All praise to the Most High Power. Yeah, for creation. So make room for creation, okay? So whatever you're spending your energy on, like just focus it all on you. Okay? Beautification, you know, getting your body together, like I just said about eating right, skincare, okay? And just shining, showing up as your best self, okay? Your sexual energy is so alluring, it's magnetic, it's telepathic, okay? As in it speaks for itself, okay? And I don't mean that sexual energy as in having sex. I'm talking about the allure that you have, okay? What, you know, the aura around your body. I hear it. Get it right, get it right, get it tight. Sorcery. Okay, so more of that energy of the magic being in the air, but it says revolution. So yeah, it's, this is definitely on the high vibing side. Or more of, this is more on the change side, because it may not always look high vibing. Hey, welcome, Milky? Thank you for being here. Yeah, so there's definitely magic in the air here. The revolution, look, I feel not the inhaler in the sky, like a breath of fresh air. Okay, so so divine source energy, it's your breath. Okay? Many may know that the name, or one of the names, is Yahweh, right? The name of the Most High is Yahweh. But I heard someone really make sense, because people are always like, Yahuwah, Yahuwah, you know? No! No! Take the dog. They left the dog, which is a distraction, okay? Let me finish, because it was important. And it's crazy how when you're about to say something important, here comes a distraction. So stay with me, y'all. It's your breath. Yahweh. Yahweh. Okay? And that's the energy that I'm pulling here. Yahweh. Okay? You gotta say it like slow. I feel like I'm not saying it right. Okay? Is coming through. Okay? He's putting his breath in us. Okay? When you don't have the energy, he will give you the energy. Okay? He's speaking through us. Okay, so that's what the revolution is that the Most High is here with us, helping to make this shift. Puppy, no. No, puppy. What did we pull out? Crystal technology. Okay, 1 second. Puppy, out. Come on, puppy, come on. I had to get rid of the puppy because I can't stay focused. Okay, so crystal technology. This is more of that energy. Look how it's a little baby inside. Okay, incubator energy, star seed energy. I think they say crystal children, something like that. Crystal, what is it? Crystal babies? Crystal technology. So there's crystals in our phones. Okay, they're transmuters. Ooh. They're transmuters. And yesterday I was saying something about transcending. Okay, so they help us direct energy. So this is something that we can learn though. So I'm definitely getting more into like, in the last week, I'll say ever since them floods, ever since them ancestors came down here in them floods, I have been getting a lot of call back to nature, and like fairy spirits, and getting connected with the earth. And it brought me to a place of connecting with hoodoo for the Black community. Okay, so you may be getting called to really like gain knowledge of like herbal remedies and crystal technology. Okay, technology. Okay, so I definitely feel like the scales are being balanced, offerings being made. Definitely connecting with ancestors and having a relationship with ancestors, having rituals and routines to help maintain energy, to help you transmute it. I'm hearing do not fear death, the angel of death. Okay. Is there more for this Santa Muerta? Okay, hold on. She just started out. Okay, so with this Santa Muerte energy here, we got the ego death. Okay, so that's what's finna die, is this egotistical energy. And vision, it says we're rebalancing. Because that's what I was noticing most about this, is that he's holding the scales. So even though it's like, oh, the Grim Reaper, it's like, but he's fair. He's not taking anybody before their time, okay? He's not taking nobody who's not in aligned, okay? In alignment, all right? So there's nothing to fear. Death is literally a part of life. Like, we cannot escape it, okay? And so we don't need to, we just need to know that there are no mistakes. But I feel like what's being killed here is that ego, okay? Feeling like you have control outside of yourself. The only thing that you have control of is over yourself. And I feel like there's going to be a great fall for those who have tried to exert power over others. Like I said in the beginning of this mirror, okay? It's an ego death. The family, you know, everybody tries to keep their family secrets quiet. They want to everybody wants to look picture perfect. Nobody wants to be real about how life and how things go and how even family do each other wrong. Okay. And I feel like all that stuff, all those family secrets, all of those traditions of lack of accountability, based on ego, based on appearances, I really feel like that is about to fall, or it's falling. And we are seeing that in many different aspects. Okay, so that a new vision, a more awakened, a more balanced, a truly balanced energy can come upon. This is the same person, dark and light. So this is within yourself. So even if it's not something that's coming out, you know, obviously, whatever's happening on the inside is what's happening on the outside, right? And vice versa. Even when it's on a micro level. Okay, so there may be this energy of an ego death even within yourself. But just know that any type of ending is for the new beginning, and so that things are more better. Because I'm really loving how these are a reflection of each other, and they are entwined, and they don't fear each other. They love each other. They work together. I read a post today that says, why you always the victim in your story? Your character weak or something? So don't be afraid to be the villain. Is what I took from that, is that, like, why is it that you're always the victim? Why you didn't hit somebody back? There should be somebody out here saying that you defended yourself in some way, you know? That you stood up for yourself. Or even that you, I don't know. Just leave it there. Hood love, the community. Hey, I'm feeling this energy of hood rich, hood famous, something like that, okay? Everybody's watching you. So, you know, family, the neighborhood, okay? So everybody know what's going on. But you are loved. Being your true, authentic self, being in this big, bright, beautiful sexual energy here, clear-minded with the Holy Spirit, the spirit of revolution inside of you, okay? I feel like you're going to have a major impact on the community. Okay, you're gonna have a major impact. Even if it may not be from your hometown. They say a prophet is never appreciated in his hometown, but the community is going to really appreciate the work that you are doing. So keep moving as people are projecting towards you. Keep this energy. Okay. Even when you're tired, push through. Shit, show up tired. I'm in my moo today. All praise to the Most High Power. Create. Yeah. So yeah, they want to see you shine. Do that. Do that. How you do that there? Okay. Do your work. Do your business. Okay. Okay. Bust it down. Roll it up and smoke it. That's basically what this is. This also could be like because I don't know. He's putting in this mortal and pestle. So it's really just like it looks like he's mixing and making something, making like a tincture or something, bringing us back to that hoodoo. Something I learned about hoodoo was that like it was built out of the fact that, and now I stopped calling us slaves because we really weren't slaves. We were prisoners of war. The prisoners of war did not have access to medical care. So after working all damn day in the sun, okay, and then perhaps getting their ass beat, okay, for not working hard enough, then they go to the medicine woman on the plantation, and she knows what herbs and tinctures to mix up to make, to heal your wounds and get you your strength back after being abused. And so I feel like hoodoo is something very important for us to get to. We need to get to that real quick because we may not have nuclear weapons. We may not have access to artillery. But we do got is bigger than anything, which is that spirit, that soul. This melanated body, baby, this whole thing vibrates to the tune of the heavens. Okay? And so if we can get ourselves in alignment, nobody can do shit to us. All right? As melanated beings, we ain't never been the attacker. But we need to know when to defend. Okay? This is not a call to say, rise up and hurt somebody and take over nobody. It is saying, prepare for when they try to sit on you. They gonna try to push on you. They already sitting on you, honestly. So actually, stand the fuck up. And it starts with knowledge. I always used to, there was a point in time, y'all, that I was marching in the streets like, hey, wake up, wake up, wake up. This is years ago, okay? And it was like, the revolution will not be televised energy, right? So I'm in the street. Then I realized the revolution starts at home. So I took my kids out of school and started homeschooling, okay? And started trying to teach them a different way, okay? And then I realized as I'm teaching my children things that I haven't quite learned and grasped myself because I'm just newly awakened, I realized that the revolution starts within. And baby, that's when the game changed. That's when the game changed. I no longer said, hey, I need your help. I need you to wake up so that we can have a better world. No, I'm woke and I'm going to make the world better. And that's how it starts. With one person saying, hey, I'm not going to stand for this. Or, hey, I'm going to tell the truth. Connect. Okay? Connect definitely with your higher self. spiritual beings and with other people. You know, be the example. Real leaders are in the motherfucking trenches. They are not sitting at their desk, okay? They are not sitting in the office chopping it up, eating. No, real leaders are in the trenches showing how it's done, okay? And then they help other people when they see that there's a need. They don't say, oh, you know, get somebody else to do it. No. Okay? Real leaders stand up and act when needed. Okay? So you have to build yourself within. You have to have things built up within you. You have to have your boundaries and your magic built up within you so that when everyone is being passive about abuse, you stand up. I feel like this is going to be the last card from this deck at least. Memory. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. Water never forgets. So drink some and you'll remember. Clear out that body. Go on a water fast. You'll remember who you are. All praises to the Most High Power. My life is built on a firm divine foundation. Any foundations that were not built on divine solid ground will fall away for my highest and greatest good. Ego death. I'm going to pull two more. I open myself to allow spirit to flow to me and talk through me. May I be a channel for the divine. I said, His breath is in us. That was a good one. When separated from my divine partner, I remind myself that we are held safely in divine hands. Yo, some things just can't be. Some things are just fucking destiny. If you're separated from somebody who you know is in your life for a divine reason, whoever, it could be your children, it could be lovers or old friends, or you could even be separated by death. Just know that these soulmate connections, okay, that are built on a divine foundation, you are the divine is with you, okay? And you know, when I want to connect with spirit outside of the Most High, whether it's telepathically to somebody who is still living or to the ancestors, I always ask permission from the Most High. May I speak to this and that other person, or I may just send them a message directly through, okay, so that everybody gets what they need and that we're not imposing ourselves or overdoing or staying stuck. Just know that the divine is what is holding everything together. This is such a pretty little spread. Do we need something else? What's in the dark? Show us what's in the dark. I need to shuffle. What's in the dark is like what I said. There's definitely projection and voodoo magic going on and being projected towards you, okay? So, I feel like I feel like two things are true at the same time. Yes, there are definitely energies projecting at you, and this is why, most likely coming from the people closest to you, whatever you consider to be family. And it's because of their own fears of change, their own ego deaths, their lack of sobriety. Okay, they hate you see you looking beautiful. They hate that God is speaking through you. They don't understand you and all your weird crystal shit. Okay, they ain't got no vision. Okay, they're so worried about what the hood think, what the neighbors think. They're so worried about the Joneses. Okay, have no creativity, no connection to spirit, and they remember what they did to you. They remember how they treated you. They remember how they counted you out. Okay, they're projecting all that energy. That's why, even though I had a great night rest last night, I was still feeling stuck starting. But that's why you just fuck it then. Just fuck it and do it. Even if it doesn't feel good. Okay, I feel great now, shit. So be aware, all right? Bind that up or transmute it. Fuck sending it back. See, I don't really be sending it back. I use it, okay? Oh, you hate me? Because you're mad. Oh, you hate me? Because I'm pretty. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You transmute it and make it into your own confidence. Because anybody they're literally giving you their energy. They're using their energy saying, hamdulillah, fuck that bitch. You know what I'm saying? They're doing that, ruin her life. You know what I'm saying? So they're using their energy. They don't understand. They're using their energy, giving you 100 decimals of energy. Maybe even paid $100 to a practitioner to get you, right? So take it. Whoop. You already have your protections and boundaries up. So okay, ain't nothing can just, you evaluating everything that comes into your auric field. And so are your ancestors, because you do daily protections. Okay, because you have a connection to spirit, okay? Because you pray every day. Okay? So you already have boundaries in place where nothing can just take you off guard. But what it can do is you could evaluate and say like, oh, okay. Oh, they sick over there, huh? They want me to be sick? Okay. Well, I'm going to make sure that I drink extra water today. Extra water. I'm going to go buy me a pineapple. All right? In fact, I'm going to make some juice. I'm going to make a tincture. Okay? In fact, I think it might be time for a cleanse. That's what you do. When they send you death energy, sick energy, they're like, right? It could be 5 people having sex, sending you death energy. That's what they be doing for real. Okay? 5 family members having sex, because I got an incestual family. Okay? Kill this bitch. Right? You take that shit. And you're like, you know what? Since it was all this sexual energy, you make sure you sit in the bathtub and soak. You make sure you put on your best cream. Okay? Like I've been saying, everything starts from the inside. So go ahead and spend that $5 of coconut water. They $5 each, okay? It can get expensive. Go ahead. Get you 40 ounces, girl. Okay? Take that energy and transmute it. I'm just using an example, but that's what's going on, is a lot of fucking projection. People are trying to fucking make shit shake, but it doesn't seem like it's their shit. Yeah, they want to stop you. What's being done in the dark? They trying to stop your chariot movement. They want a 10 of swords. Yo, chariot. But gotta be quicker than that, though. I said, that's why I say keep vibrating high. Like now they got arrows. I'm sorry that I don't know how to work an arrow. Oh, like that, right? They got arrows, right? But that's why you got to keep moving, right? If you're moving, it's not going to get you. Once the arrow is shot off, it's going in the same direction. So you just got to make sure that you're not right there. Same shit. I usually like to pick 4. Okay, well, 2 came. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. Baby, even if you're a beginner, Okay? Even being a beginner is better than a not starter. Okay? A beginner is better than a not starter. All right? And that's why they're so mad, because they feel like, what the hell? Like, she doesn't even have a Benz. She doesn't even wear Gucci. She doesn't even have she doesn't even own a home. You know, she has on her thrift store clothes and her and all she can afford is crystals, because she can't have diamonds. You know what I'm saying? She can't have a gold chain. She has to put it on a copper chain. You know what I mean? But she blooming though. She's doing better than you though, hating. So even if people will be mad, this is something that I have been experiencing over the last couple of years. People will have more than you and be mad because your character outweighs all of their things. They are mad that even in your thrift store clothes, which I love thrifting. Okay, I am a mom of 4. I love it. It's new to me. Okay, in your thrift store clothes. Okay, but you still showed up like you have like this talent though. You have something. It doesn't matter if you haven't reached the top of your game yet. You have something to offer to the world with this Ace of Pentacles. You're building something. People are literally trying to stop you from building something. Okay? So stay sober-minded. And I'm a weed smoker, so it's for me too. Okay? I'm not just talking shit. Stay sober-minded. Okay? Stay junk food clear. Stay exercise. Move that body. Okay? That literally will help you vibrate too high for them to slow you down. Okay? Like, I literally was sitting here, I kept scrolling, and I had this knot in my chest, like, oh, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't. You know, I was just feeling that something that has truly, a feeling that I definitely had before that has stopped me. Okay? And I said, no, not today. Hermit. Okay? Stay to yourself. Okay? Stay. It's okay. I mean, like, man, real spiritualists know that isolation is essential. Okay, I feel like, I don't know, I feel this energy of other people having this thing like they need people, or I feel like people have tried to make me feel bad for being isolated, especially since like that was like a whole game they played as, hey, don't be her friend, don't be her family, don't show her no love, don't show her no support, right? My mom literally did that to me when I first starting businesses. I like put all my family in a group chat that was on Facebook. And I was doing Cincy. That was like the first network marketing thing I, did. And so I put everybody in a group chat, and my mother discouraged everybody from supporting me. I got support from one person, and she ultimately joined my mother's forces and put an insurance policy over me, and encouraged everybody to try to murder me so they could get the insurance policy. So, the people who did that to me, part of trying to lower my vibration was to not support me and make me feel isolated, even after I was already had been through adoption, so I already was like on the outside, right? But they wanted to lower my vibration that way. They felt like that was my pain point. And they feel like and humans do crave social. So it can be a pain point. So be stronger than that, and understand that you only want to be around high vibrational beings, and that most people are not high vibing. And so that isolation is for your own protection. Okay? It's for your own protection, to protect your energy, your ideas, and the things that you're working on, because you don't need anybody coming in making you feel like it's not a good idea, when all it takes is for you to feel that inspiration, that divine inspiration. That is the key. That's how you know that's what you're supposed to do. Is the fact that something inside of you says, yes. Okay, so mind over matter. People want control over your mind and your decision making. Okay, so don't give it to them. And you know how you protect yourself from people controlling your mind? By having your own mind made up. Okay? When you already have, because you're already standing for something, you already have principles, you already have a way of life, you've already decided the person that you want to become, you already have goals set for yourself. So people can't control you and say your goal is to, let's keep it simple. Say your goal is to go to college in Arizona, right? So you have decided, I'm going to college in Arizona. I don't know why I picked that state. All I feel is hella heat. Thinking every time I say Arizona, I'm like, why would you go there? But there's mysteries down there, though. There's a lot. Look, I drove from California to Atlanta to move, and I realized how uninhabited those areas are, and I'm like, So, yeah, actually, there's a lot of Native Americans that did the Trail of Tears in Arizona, because my grandfather originated in Arizona, and he is Blackfoot Indian. So, so say you want to go to college in Arizona, and somebody comes up to you. You don't know this because they're your family. They love you, right? And they keep saying, move with me to Colorado. Oh, the whole family's going to Colorado, but you have a dream in Arizona because you want to go to the Sedona crystal place. That is one reason I want to go to Arizona. So, something. They got the Sedona crystal mines. You really want to go there, and you really want to just be in that environment because you into your native shit and you like the heat. So if you had not decided that you already wanted to go to Arizona, right? Because you can go to school anywhere. But you decided, no, I want to go to Arizona because I want to study the native people there, and I want to be near those Sedona crystal mines because I feel like that's an energetic power source. I want to go. That's just for me. You've decided that's what you want. So now your family can't mind control you and convince you to move to Colorado. Okay? Because you've already decided there's a reason why you're going to Arizona. If you were only saying, I want to go to school, and you just chose Arizona because you felt led, right? Or whatever, you chose Arizona, but you didn't have a real reason why Arizona, then somebody could say, oh, go to Colorado. All right? And boom, you're manipulated out of something that's made for you in Arizona because you got inspired to go there. Okay? So that was just an example of how your boundaries stop people from controlling your mind and making decisions for you. How having your own goals already in place keep people from you swaying them. But if your mind is empty and you never think about the future, then somebody could tell you, oh, hey, let's go to Florida. Let's go on this cruise, and then throw you off a boat. Because they was hating on your Arizona ideas. They didn't like the fact that you was into crystals. You know what I'm saying? What do we need to know? That these motherfuckers is out here practicing magic on your ass, okay? And that it's men too. A lot of times it's like you think that the magic is being done by women. Nah, these warlocks is really out there. And a lot of men will come at you, like when men talk to you while you're having sex, bro, that is like a fucking spell. Okay, there was this man that I used to be with who did me terrible. And I remember, like, when I would leave him to my own house, I would be like, I don't even really like that guy. But as soon as I would get on the phone with him and hear his voice, I'd be like all in, like, right? And I noticed that about myself because I'm very self-aware. I just was not feeling shit for this man. And then I got on the phone and I'm all like, hee. But you know what he used to do is when we would have sex, he would always be talking to me. Wet flag, okay? He is putting his ideas in my brain, okay? through the sexual energy, and that's how it could definitely happen, right? But because I was self-aware enough, I was able to notice that the pattern and break that cycle. Okay? What's done in the dark? And something's being withheld from you with this Four of Cups energy. Okay? Something is being held from you. So something has been stolen from you, taken, or is being withheld. Okay? Information, love is being withheld. Okay? So when you feel like, oh, this person, I thought this person cared about me. How come they never call? Or how come they always, why are they funny with me? They're withholding love on purpose. Because they want to control you. It's a means of control. Okay, so that's what's being done in the dark. I will pull a few from my deck, but I think I want to get into this one to raise our vibration before we go. What needs to be known? I want this one too because I've seen it. Discipline and Cups. So, taking care of yourself. I feel like this is taking care of your heart, like heart healthy, okay? I just wanted to, I feel like I need to say that, okay? Like getting your exercise on, making discipline yourself to make your heart healthy, opening up your heart chakra. I also feel like this is having boundaries over your heart, okay? Not just letting everybody in, being all willy-nilly. I feel like this is also discipline, like making sure that you are manifesting and like I don't know, chastising through the heart chakra, like not through ego. Ooh, this is also telling me like discipline is a form of self-love, okay? Make sure you fill your own cup, okay? Be disciplined in that. Be routine in that. Okay. Clearing out that brow chakra too, okay? Trusting your intuition. Trusting your intuition. Last one from this deck. Every time I try to say his last one, they try to slide out hella. Hey. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmony of liberty. Okay, I wish I knew the words by heart. I really feel like they channeled that in because if you know me, I don't be knowing the words to shit. But yeah, I feel like this Christ, man, express. I always feel like my sing card is that throat chakra energy. Express your Christ consciousness energy. Okay, express. Yeah, wow. That's how you say it. Yeah. Okay? Express your Christ consciousness energy. Be that who you say you are. Okay, let's lift our vibration even further with this deck, and then I'm going to end. Raise your vibration. It's the confirmations for me. Okay? Because what I just say, and you've seen how them cards popped out. Okay? Raise your vibration, create and express. Baby, what the fuck I just said? What do I do? Period. The confirmations be making me so excited because how I just said it, and then the cards flip out like crazy. It's a whole deck. That's why you see me tapping, because it's something about that. I'm conjuring. serendipity. Something's gonna happen unexpectedly. Expect the unexpected. And that could be bad for the people who are like shaking in their boots for all the terrible things they've done. Yeah, bitch, expect the unexpected. For those of you who are like, I know God's got me, I know God's got me, I know God's got me, expect to come through. Expect something serendipitous. I'm telling you, the light that and the truth, it's gonna happen serendipitous. You're not gonna be able to expect it. Just like that couple that got caught up and now dude's whole life is turned upside down, don't got his job. They don't even got their job no more. And they were making too good of money to lose that shit, right? They didn't expect to just go be hugged up at a concert and get worldwide attention. Serendipity. His wife or her husband must have been a praying woman, or they must have been on some deviant ass shit, or they must have been extremely undeserving because they got caught up serendipitously. Okay, so expect the unexpected and expect it to go in your way. If you've been vibrating high and praying and manifesting and staying in your own lane and focusing, expect it to serendipitously work out. Now, if you haven't, I hope you know it's coming, baby. That ass whooping ain't gonna miss. Karma ain't gonna miss. Okay, they know your exact location. You are on motherfucking GPS, okay? So it could be anything. Last card. Follow what makes you happy. You don't got to be worried about nobody trying to take you down. Follow what makes you happy. And that's another thing, bringing it back to know what makes you happy. Okay? Know yourself well enough to know what makes you happy so that you can recognize when somebody is trying to bring you down. Okay? So that's the message. And please like and subscribe, especially if you made it this far. Give me a subscribe, okay, and a like. Leave me a comment, and I really appreciate it, though. Thank you so much for giving me your time and attention. Peace.